Modern generative AI instantly drafts reports, writes code, and synthesizes data in seconds. Because machines can now replicate average human output perfectly and virtually for free, the baseline for what is considered valuable professional work has shifted upward. This diagram illustrates a standard Gaussian distribution. Historically, the massive hump in the middle, the penguin crowd, was an optimal survival strategy. Conforming to the average guaranteed safety and steady employment. But because algorithms now automate this middle perfectly, existing in this center mass is a direct path to intellectual obsolescence. To remain uniquely relevant, you must migrate outward. You have to operate in the domains of complex systemic synthesis and hyper-individualized vision, areas that exist outside the automated middle. Operating on these fringes requires high levels of cognitive energy. To sustain it, your mind requires a deliberate, daily operating system upgrade, which researchers call the PC degree, or Personal Catalyst Protocol. You only need 4 tools to execute this daily upgrade: a physical notebook, a strict digital app blocker, an AI interface, and a digital notes app serving as your workspace. Linking these 4 tools in a specific sequence shifts your daily routine. You stop being a passive consumer of algorithmic feeds and become the active programmer of your own biological and intellectual hardware. The process starts the moment you wake up. Reaching for a phone and checking digital feeds allows external algorithms to dictate your baseline neurochemistry for the day. We need to physically block that impulse. Step 1 is forcing your nervous system into a high-energy state using the physiological sigh. Take 2 sharp consecutive inhales through the nose and follow it with 1 long extended exhale through the mouth. This specific breathing pattern rapidly offloads carbon dioxide from your bloodstream and breaks your sleep inertia. With your physical state primed, you set your cognitive focus using a zero-draft prompt. This is a single, unedited command string that dictates your exact intention for the entire day. On this notebook page, you see the structure required. You write the objective and immediately apply a constraint that forces your brain to reject standard industry templates. Writing this down physically codes your focus before digital stimuli can interfere. Next, you protect that focus by building a digital moat. Your brain needs to generate its own dopamine through deep problem solving, which is impossible if you have access to cheap dopamine from external feeds. This mock-up shows the mechanical step. Engage a hard app blocker to lock out social media and news applications for the first 3 hours of your day. By combining intentional breathwork, analog intention setting, and strict digital barricades, you ensure the automated world cannot dictate your morning performance. You own your processing power. As you enter your daytime workspace, you will likely interface with an AI tool. The error most people make is using this machine as a crutch, asking it to supply baseline answers and essentially outsourcing their thinking. To pull high-level cognitive pushback from the machine, you must apply an anti-average constraint. You explicitly forbid the AI from returning a safe, middle-of-the-curve response. This split screen highlights the contrast. On the left, a generic request yields a predictable block of text. On the right, commanding the AI to act as a contrarian strategist hunting for fallacies returns a structured breakdown of your blind spots. This interaction is known as dialectical friction. You are not asking the machine for an answer. You are sparring with it, using its immense processing power to provide an intellectual workout. Intentionally engineering this friction forces you to defend your logic and sharpen your reasoning. It is the reliable way to leverage AI to push your output past the automated baseline. High-friction work is cognitively expensive. As you wind down, carrying unresolved tasks and loose ideas in your working memory creates a cognitive penalty that disrupts your sleep architecture. You clear that backlog through cognitive offloading. Extracting raw data from your biological memory lowers your allostatic load, allowing you to rest. Think of your mind like a cluttered workbench. Take every disjointed thought, task, and friction point from the day and rapidly dump them into your digital notes app. Do not organize or categorize them, just sweep the workspace clean. The final step is the reflection debugger protocol. You review your daily actions specifically to identify the moments where your focus slipped. This dashboard illustrates the mindset you need. Treat your daily failures exactly as a software engineer treats a system error log. If you lost an hour to distraction at 2 p.m., identify the trigger and schedule a patch for tomorrow. Review the data without emotional judgment or guilt. Analyzing your behavior without emotional weight prevents the cortisol spikes that ruin deep sleep. It securely closes your daily loop and ensures your hardware is prepped for the next morning. That is your complete PC runtime protocol. You bypass sleep inertia with the morning boot sequence, you spar with algorithms using daytime dialectical friction, and you clear your mental workspace with the evening cognitive offload. Executing these steps consistently pulls you out of the passive, obsolete center of the curve. You become the active commander of your own biological and digital intelligence. Run this exact protocol for the next 24 hours. Start right now by setting your app blocker so your digital moat is ready the moment you wake up tomorrow. Treating your mind as a deliberately upgradeable system requires discipline, but it provides the metabolic and cognitive room to focus on the specific types of high-level synthesis that machines cannot yet automate.